So, talking to your friends and family. I know this is a daunting thing for people, especially when they're getting started, which is exactly when they should talk to their friends and family. And actually, there's all kinds of really good trainers out there who are promoting systems so you don't have to talk to your friends and family. But the reality is, you have to talk to your friends and family, and it's the best thing to do to get started. I can still remember many years ago talking to those first 38 people on my list and how difficult that was for me. But it was the best thing that I could have done. So I'm going to give you 5 tips on why you should talk to your friends and family when you're beginning your network marketing business. So first one is pretty simple. You have to let them know you're in business. You would let them know if you were doing anything else, right? You'd let them know if you were in real estate. You would let them know if you're insurance. You'd let them know if you started a coffee shop. You'd let them know anything that you were doing. So to not let them know, what is that indicating? That you don't believe in what you're doing? That you don't respect what you're doing? It's not sending the proper message. So you absolutely have to let them know. You have to open the door. The second thing is, it's an awesome training ground. It's the greatest training ground. The first thing about that is it's personal, right? I mean, no matter how much I would share with you or any other trainer would say to you, don't take it personally, you're going to. It's going to hurt the most when someone you care about says something to you like, what are you, an idiot? That's going to hurt. But that's good because it exposes that for you and it gets you a little calloused to that, because the reality is, no one else in your life is going to make sure you're okay. Nobody else in your life is going to build your business for you. No one else in your life is going to feed your family for you. That's up to you. And so you're going to have to deal with hurt in some way, shape, or form in everything that you ever do. So the second thing is, in the great training ground arena, is that it's going to expose your fears, your greatest fears, because it's going to expose you to those doubts that you have about yourself, about what you're doing, the belief that you haven't quite built yet. It's going to expose for you the struggle with, oh, what if they say this, or what if they say to this, or what are they going to think of me? All these little kinds of fears are going to jump right in your face. And again, they're the same kind of fears that you would have regardless of what you were doing, regardless of what thing you set out to accomplish in your life. The next area is that you can't be an expert in this group, even if you are, because they know you too well, right? So especially if it's something new, they're going to say, oh, what happened to you? How did you suddenly become a genius in this area, right? That's just the nature of this group. And the beauty of our industry and our work is you don't have to be an expert, especially in today's world when information is so accessible. And so this is the greatest place to learn that you don't have to be an expert. And in this process of sharing with your friends and family, you're going to get really clear on what it is you don't know. They're going to help you uncover the things that you need to improve and the things you need to learn. So they are the greatest training ground there is. Next is, they need too what you have, right? The need is great in the world for the solutions that our business offers. And your friends and family need those solutions too. Your friends and family are struggling with areas in their life that your products or service can help. Your friends and family are struggling with financial solutions and security for the future and what they want to be when they grow up. They got all that stuff too. And to think that they don't is naive, right? They have it going on. And so they really need what you have. And so it's important to share with them. Matter of fact, if you care about someone and you believe it could help them, you have a responsibility to share that with them. And when you want to do that for the people you care about, it's not up to you whether they take it. It's only up to you to offer it. The fourth tip, is that some will also want to help you. Some will be proud that you're taking a step out. Some will be in your corner. They'll be your fan. Not all of them, but some of them will. And you're going to want that, right? You're going to want some encouraging voices, and some of them will be encouraging. Some will be very discouraging, but some will be encouraging, and those will be very helpful for you. I'll never forget my Aunt Lil. My Aunt Lil, of all people, she was the only one in my family. My family was brutal to me when I started in the industry, telling me I was throwing away my education and that I was a dreamer, and that's just the stuff they said to my face. But my Aunt Lil, who was the oldest living relative I had at the time, she was always in the background going, you go for it, Todd. You do what you want to do. Man, that one little voice, I always kept that little voice in my head. And number 5 is that the same principles are going to apply when talking to your friends and family that apply to the general market. And that is that for every 10 people who have a need that they're trying to solve, 2 are ready to act. That's going to be the same with your circle of influence. Actually, though, you're probably going to do a little better. You're probably going to get 3 or 4. And this is relative to your products and services, not necessarily for the opportunity. But you're going to have a lot of success. You're also going to have the equivalent number of people who say no, and they may say no a little more in a more challenging way than people that aren't so close to you. But the 2 in 10 is going to apply, so you're going to have some success. It's not difficult at all to develop a customer base in your friends and family. So there are 5 tips for absolutely why you should talk to your friends and